Witness the beginning of a transformation as raw gold grains are poured into a graphite crucible, prepared for the intense heat of the induction furnace. Every fragment carries the potential for perfection, waiting to be reborn through fire in this meticulously controlled environment of a modern high-tech refinery. The crucible enters the heart of the machine, where electromagnetic fields will soon generate the immense energy required to break the bonds of solid metal. A low hum fills the air as the power ramps up, a silent but powerful force beginning to agitate the atoms of the gold within. At 800 degrees, the solid metal loses its rigidity, glowing with a deep red warmth as it prepares for its transition into a liquid. The transformation accelerates as the temperature nears the critical point, turning solid history into a pool of radiant, flowing energy and liquid light. Reaching its melting point of 1064 degrees, the gold is now completely liquid, a shimmering sea of pure, concentrated value. Look closely at the surface tension as tiny bubbles rise, a visual symphony of heat where the metal behaves like water under extreme thermal stress. The workshop is bathed in a golden light, reflecting the power and intensity of the furnace as it prepares the metal for its new form. Precision robotics move into place, ready to handle the white-hot crucible with a level of steadiness that no human hand could ever hope to achieve. With a secure grip, the crucible is lifted from its fiery cradle, marking the end of the melting phase and the beginning of the cast. The pour begins, a mesmerizing cascade of liquid sun flowing with a weight and viscosity that is uniquely characteristic of high-purity precious metal. As the gold hits the mold, the protective oil vaporizes instantly, creating a thin veil of smoke that dances around the radiant golden stream. The liquid fills every corner with grace, its movement slowed down to reveal the heavy, rhythmic flow of one of the densest elements on Earth. Gravity pulls the surface into a perfect plane, the ripples slowly fading as the gold finds its equilibrium within the confines of the steel mold. A precision flame licks the surface, popping microscopic air bubbles and ensuring that the final bar will be free of any internal or external flaws. The interplay of blue fire and orange gold creates a stunning visual contrast, a final touch of heat to guarantee a flawless, mirror-like finish. The cooling process starts immediately, the intense brilliance fading into a rich, deep hue as the liquid begins its transition back to a solid. On the automated line, each mold carries a fortune, moving with robotic consistency toward the next stage of its journey into becoming a bar. The final droplets fall, completing the pour with absolute precision, ensuring that every bar meets the exact weight requirements specified by international standards. A solid crust begins to form, trapping the heat within as the molecular structure of the gold starts to lock back into its crystalline grid. The rhythmic vibration of the conveyor belt is the heartbeat of the factory, carrying the cooling treasures toward their encounter with the element of water. Thermal sensors monitor the cooling rate, ensuring the metal reaches the perfect temperature before it is subjected to the sudden shock of the cooling tank. We approach the cooling station, where the intense heat of the forge will meet the refreshing chill of purified water in a violent reaction. The plunge into water creates an instant explosion of steam, a loud hiss that signals the final setting of the gold's physical shape and form. Beneath the surface, a chaotic dance of bubbles ensues as the water boils instantly against the hot metal, rapidly drawing the remaining heat away. As the turbulence subsides, the gold bar sits calmly at the bottom, its surface now hardened and resistant to the world around it. Emerging from its bath, the bar is now cool enough to handle, dripping with water and gleaming with a raw, unpolished beauty that is unmistakable. Residual heat causes the remaining droplets to vanish into thin air, revealing the true, deep yellow color of 24-karat purity for the very first time. The mold is released, and the heavy thud of the bar hitting the conveyor speaks to its incredible density and its new status as a solid asset. Each bar has a unique signature of cooling lines on its surface, a fingerprint of the fire and water that brought it into this world. The conveyor carries the row of solid bars toward the finishing department, where their raw surfaces will be refined into a state of absolute perfection. The bar enters the ultrasonic cleaner, where millions of microscopic bubbles will scrub every pore of the metal using the power of high-frequency sound waves. Cavitation bubbles work tirelessly to remove any oxidation or residue, ensuring the gold is chemically clean and ready for the final polishing stages. Rising from the cleaning solution, the gold looks pristine, its matte surface catching the light in a soft, elegant way before the high shine polish begins. Soft brushes begin their work on the edges, smoothing away any minor imperfections from the mold and preparing the metal for a mirror-like finish. The process creates a fine, golden mist that sparkles in the light, a testament to the meticulous care taken in every millimeter of the bar. A specialized polishing compound is applied with robotic precision, acting as the catalyst for the final transformation from a matte finish to a brilliant shine. The buffing wheels spin at thousands of revolutions per minute, generating just enough friction to flatten the surface molecules into a perfect reflective plane. Slowly, the world begins to appear on the surface of the gold, as the metal starts to behave like a golden mirror, deep and flawless. A blast of compressed air clears the surface, leaving behind nothing but the pure, unadulterated radiance of polished gold in its most beautiful state. The surface is now so smooth that even water cannot cling to it, sliding off as if the gold were made of liquid light itself. Behold the finished texture, a surface so perfect it seems to glow from within, reflecting the peak of mechanical and metallurgical achievement. The time has come to give the bar its identity, as the laser marking system prepares to etch the permanent proof of its quality and origin. A high-intensity laser carves into the metal, vaporizing the surface with extreme precision to create marks that will last for centuries to come. The brand logo emerges from the golden surface, a symbol of trust and purity, etched with the unwavering accuracy of a computer-controlled beam. The legendary numbers 999.9 are inscribed, certifying this bar as nearly 100% pure gold, the highest standard in the industry. Even the smallest particles of vaporized gold are captured and recycled, as every microgram of this precious element is accounted for in the process. A unique serial number is assigned, making this bar a one-of-a-kind asset that can be tracked and verified anywhere in the global market. The mark of purity is now permanent, a clear and bold statement of the bar's incredible value and the integrity of the refining process. For a more traditional mark, the hydraulic press prepares to apply thousands of pounds of force to create a deep, tactile impression in the metal. With a powerful strike, the weight and purity are pressed deep into the heart of the bar, creating a classic aesthetic that many collectors prefer. The 1 kilo mark is now a permanent part of the bar's anatomy, a physical weight that can be felt and trusted at a glance. Artificial intelligence verifies the clarity and placement of every mark, ensuring that no bar leaves the facility with even the slightest imperfection in its labeling. The moment of truth arrives at the weighing station, where the bar's mass is measured with a precision of 1/1000th of a gram. The numbers climb and settle perfectly at 1,000 grams, a testament to the absolute control maintained throughout the entire casting and finishing process. Certification is granted, and the bar's data is logged into the secure database, forever linking its weight and purity to its unique serial number. Handling with care, the robotic system moves the bar to the final assembly area, treating it with the reverence that a kilo of pure gold deserves. The sound of gold hitting gold is a heavy, dull clink, a sound of density and wealth that is unlike any other material on the planet. A mountain of concentrated value stands before us, the culmination of heat, technology, and precision engineering, all captured in a single, breathtaking view. The reflections within the gold create a hall of mirrors effect, where every surface amplifies the radiance of its neighbor in a display of pure luxury. To preserve its perfect finish, each bar is sealed in a protective layer, guarding against fingerprints and scratches during its future travels. Vacuum sealing ensures the bar remains in a pristine, oxygen-free environment, maintaining its brilliant luster for decades without the risk of any surface tarnish. The final presentation begins as a luxury velvet box is prepared, the ultimate cradle for a masterpiece of modern mechanical alchemy. The gold finds its place in the darkness of the velvet, the contrast between the black fabric and the yellow metal, making the bar seem even brighter. The box is closed, and with it, the journey of this gold bar from raw scrap to a perfect 24-karat asset is complete. The boxes are staged for transport, ready to be moved into the high-security vaults of banks and private collectors around the world. The factory floor remains a silent witness to the incredible process of transformation that happens here every single day with relentless precision. We take a final moment to appreciate the pure, unadorned beauty of the gold bar, a physical manifestation of value and craftsmanship. As the lights dim, the glow of the gold remains the last thing visible, a reminder of the enduring nature of this most precious of metals. From the fire of the furnace to the cold of the water and the precision of the laser, we have seen the birth of perfection. Thank you for joining us on this hypnotic journey through the world of mechanical artistry and the timeless allure of pure 24-karat gold. May the rhythmic precision of this process bring a sense of calm and wonder to your day. Until we meet again for the next transformation, the journey ends here, but the value of what we have witnessed will endure for generations to come, locked within the golden heart of the bar. The end of the process, the beginning of a legacy. This has been the journey of gold, refined and perfected through the lens of ASMR.